Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Marnon. I'm going to show you how to use some of the features on this Desmos calculator that we're going to be using in our class. So first, I want to let you know that you can click with your mouse or you can type with your keyboard and use enter to go on to the next line. Just like our calculators at school, it will save a few of our lines and you can scroll back and see some of your other work. So some of the things that you're going to want to know is how to type in a fraction. So I know on our yellow calculators at school, we have that N over D button. For Desmos, you're going to have to use this A over B. So it's just different letters, but same kind of concept. So if I want to put in 1/2, I can do that. And it will tell me automatically as I'm typing that 1/2 is the same as 0.5. But I can multiply and divide fractions. So maybe I want to do 1/2 divided by 3/4. So I can type it in and I can click or use my keyboard. And if you look, when we do division on this calculator, it will use a fraction. But we remember that a fraction is just division. So they're showing it as a fraction of a fraction, or we call this a complex fraction. So they're telling me 1/2 divided by 3/4 is this 0.6666666. And then it says 7. It's really rounding. I'm going to click this button that will convert it to a fraction for me. So now I know 1/2 divided by 3/4 is the same as 2/3. So that's great, but let's do a new line. So let's try something else. So what if I want a decimal and I want it as a fraction? So I want to know what 0.4 is as a fraction. Well, I can just put in 0.4, hit the convert to a fraction button, and it's good. I can type in any fraction I want, 4/5, and it tells me the decimal. So you can go between fractions and decimals that way. You can also use this percent button. So if I want 10% of something, so if I want 10% of, let's say, 20, it's going to tell me 2. So those are just some features that we're going to be using. The other things that are going to be important is knowing when to use parentheses. We know our order of operations PEMDAS, so sometimes we need to put things in parentheses while we're working on them. So if I want 2 times 3 times 5, it's going to do the 2 times 3 first, then the 5. It doesn't really matter for multiplication, and we're going to see a little bit more of that for next week. If I want to just enter this and go to the new line, I'm going to hit enter. The other thing we can do is if we have an answer we want to use again, this ANS means answer.